Okay, hey, thank you for being here today, and excited to have you. You notice that over on this side we have a couple of tables because we're going to be assembling care kits for the homeless. And it's not just, we're going to take a bunch of them, we're going to give them to a local mission. But what I really want to do is make sure that you have a homeless care kit with you. So when you encounter a homeless person or a poor person, someone in need, that you're equipped to just give it to them, right? Because my job is to equip you. My job is to help you be ready to do the Lord's will in the world. And so this is why we're doing this today. So I'm excited about it. Hope you are too. It'll be interesting. We'll go over some of the items in there, but I'm excited to be able to do this. So we'll run this until about noon. We're in the season of Epiphany, and the question I've been asking is, what are you seeking the Lord for in 2017? Epiphany means revelation, so it's the season of revelation. So we're focused on, what are you seeking the Lord for in 2017? What are you looking for God to do in your life in 2017? Or another way to think about it is, what are you looking to do for the Lord in 2017? And it's keeping that question in our front before us. Also, we have a memory verse. It's from Isaiah 55:6. Do you remember what it is? Let's read it. Seek the Lord while you can find Him. Call on Him now while He is near. Who wants to keep this in front of you? To seek the Lord while you can find Him. Call on Him while He is near. This is Isaiah 55:6, and I think it's a great verse for this season of Epiphany. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is that there is a Christian calendar, and there is a season of Epiphany, and it's coming to an end. It's going to be ending at February 28th is the end of the season of Epiphany. What that means then is that we'll roll into the next season, which is the season of Lent. Have you ever heard of the season of Lent? You heard that before? What does it mean? Season of Lent, it means that you lend money to each other, right? No, just kidding. No, Lent is a season of what we call wilderness, or the season of preparation. Okay? So we'll be discussing a little bit more of that, but as part of that season of preparation, I want us all to participate, like we did before Christmas, to all participate in a Bible reading plan. So, if you have an opportunity to participate in a Bible reading plan, I'd love for you to make sure that you have this app, the Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app. How many of you have this version on your smartphone, computer, whatever? See, we all have it. If you don't have it, you can download it onto your mobile device. It is called YouVersion, and it's the Bible. Now, the cool thing about this Bible app is there are Bible reading plans. And there's a Bible reading plan that I'm going to ask you all to participate with me. This Bible reading plan is for the season of Lent. It runs from March 1st until Good Friday, or actually the day before Easter. So this is when this Bible reading applies. So what you do is when you open up your mobile app, how many of you have a mobile app? Do you have your smartphone with you right now? You can probably do this. If you have it, if you don't, you can look it up right now. Do not be on Network of Free, because Network of Free doesn't go anywhere. It won't register anything. Okay, so this is the Bible app, YouVersion. And of course, at the bottom, you know this version, there's something called plans, and so you take a look at reading plans. You click on that, and what happens, it brings up all of these interesting plans. So when you've got those plans up, then what you do, you go to the search box, and in the search box, you type two words, Lent and Mosaic. Mosaic and Lent. Those are the two words you type in. You type in those two words, it'll do the search for you, and it'll bring up devotions for Lent from the Holy Bible called Mosaic. Okay? So this is the version that we're going to be doing. Now just let me tell you a little bit why I picked this. I picked this one because it has a devotional reading. The last time we didn't do it, we just straight Bible reading. This time there's actually a devotional for most days. The only days there's not a devotional is when you'll have heavy reading, and that is the weekend. Friday, Saturday you'll have an assignment to read through the Gospel of Mark on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So those would be a little bit more heavy reading. So there's like only one devotional and a couple Bible reading for a Gospel of Mark. But through this reading, you're going to read through the entire Gospel of Mark. You're going to be preparing yourself just the same way Jesus was preparing himself in the wilderness. And so I encourage you all to participate with me. We'll start this on March 1st, Lent Mosaic Bible Reading Plan on YouVersion. Okay, so this is the season of Epiphany. And today I want to talk about giving to the Lord. Last week we covered a passage of Scripture that I didn't really spend too much time on, but this morning I do want to spend some time on. And it's about a gentleman named Cornelius. So let me read this. Acts chapter 10, verses 1 to 4. In Caesarea there lived a Roman army officer named Cornelius, there you go, who was the captain of the Italian regiment. He was a devout, God-fearing man, as was everyone in his household. He gave generously to the poor and prayed regularly to God. So, he's not a Christian, okay? Can I tell you this? He's not a Christian. He's a God-fearing person. He has faith, but he doesn't have faith in Jesus. Because he's never heard about Jesus. So he can't have faith in him. Okay, so this is where he is. He was a devout, God-fearing man, as was everyone in his household, so he's a God-fearing. He gave generously to the poor and prayed regularly to God. One afternoon about 3 o'clock, he had a vision in which he saw an angel of God coming toward him. Cornelius, the angel said. Cornelius stared at him in terror. I would, wouldn't you? What is it, sir? He asked the angel. And the angel replied, your prayers and gifts to the poor have been received by God as an offering. I think that's really important. He's not a Christian. He's giving to the poor. And the angel says, God has received those things as an offering. Now, if you remember my blog this past week, I talked a little bit about giving, and one of the things I said was, when you give to the Lord, you can give to the poor. When you give to the poor, you're giving to the Lord. And this is the reason I say this, because of this passage. This passage just blew me away when I saw it, because it showed that you don't have to give to the church to give to the Lord. When you give to the poor, you're actually giving to the Lord. I thought it was a revelation to me. Isn't that a revelation to you? Right? Especially, and this is one of the things I'm trying to be very careful about how I say it, but especially when I go to churches and I hear, you have to give to the Lord, so therefore give to this church. I'm like, yeah, that's partially true. But the full truth of the matter is you can give to the Lord by giving to the poor. And that's really important to know. So when you give to the Lord, when you give to the poor, you're giving to God. You got that? When you give to the poor, you're giving to God. God receives that as an offering. Now the thing is that, remember, God just doesn't say, hey, that's a nice thing that you did. He doesn't say that's a good work. What does God call it? God calls it an offering. What is an offering? An offering is a sacrifice that you make, that you present it to God. It is holy, meaning it is set aside for the purposes of God. This is not just, I'm just giving $3, I'm just giving my loose change to the guy in the corner. No. It's an offering. It's an offering to the Lord. It's an offering to your God. It's the offering to the most holy, high one who created heaven and earth. This is holy what you're doing. This is important. Are you getting what I'm saying? When God sees you do this, he takes it as if you're presenting him an offering. And if you're going to offer something to the Lord, how are you going to treat it? Respectfully? Full of your humbleness? Right? Carefully? Like, God, please accept this? Even though the person you're giving it to is dirty, or addicted, or angry, or crazy, or someone you would never dare even hug or touch, God says, when you give to that person, it's an offering to me. Treat it that way. Respect it that way. I think that just changes everything for me. Doesn't it? Sure, this person may not be valuable in society. And yeah, this person might take the money and go and buy some more drugs. But that doesn't stop the theological truth that when you give to the poor, you're presenting an offering to God. I don't know about you, but I want to give to the Lord. And if God's going to receive something as an offering from me, man, that's really significant. That's important. It's nothing to just dismiss and treat as unimportant. It's very important. So I must be humble about it. I must respect what's actually going on here. Even the other person may totally not understand or reject it. That's not the point. The point is how the Lord sees it. And the way the Lord sees it is, He sees it as an offering to Himself. That's huge. But this level of importance doesn't stop with just the story about Cornelius. There's a story that Jesus told in the passage that we've talked about before. It's called Matthew chapter 25. It is a story of the end of the world, of the final judgment, when Jesus is standing before everyone and He's dividing the people into what we call sheep and goats, those who are coming into the kingdom and those who are not. And you know what the criteria He uses? Is whether you're giving to Him. Matthew 25, verse 31 and 46. But when the Son of Man comes in His glory, Son of Man meaning Jesus, and all the angels are with Him, then He will sit upon His glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered in His presence. He will separate the people as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will place the sheep at His right hand and the goats at His left. Then the King will say to those on His right, meaning the sheep, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you fed me. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me into your home. I was naked, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you cared for me. I was in prison, and you visited me." And this is God, Jesus, saying, "You did this all to me." And of course the question from the people is going to be, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink, or a stranger and show you hospitality, or naked and give you clothing? When did we ever see you sick or in prison and visit you?" And the King will say, "I tell you the truth. When you did it for one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you're doing it to me." You see how important this is? When you give to the poor, God sees it as an offering to Himself. And when we give to those who are hungry, those who are needy, when we take care of widows, when we take care of the sick, when we visit those who are in prison, when we do all those things, God says, "You're doing that to me." That's how important it is. This is not something we just kind of, if I have spare time or spare change. No. God says, how you do this, you're treating me. Extremely important, right? Let's go on. Then the King will turn to those on the left, meaning the goats. "Away with you, you cursed ones, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his demons. For I was hungry, and you didn't feed me. I was thirsty, and you didn't give me a drink. I was a stranger, and you didn't invite me in your home. I was naked, and you didn't give me clothing. I was sick in the prison, and you didn't visit me." Then they will reply, "Lord, when did we ever see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or naked or sick or in prison and not help you?" And Jesus says, "I tell you the truth. When you refuse to help the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you are refusing to help me, and they will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous will go into eternal life." This is significant, isn't it? This is important, isn't it? When we think about this, I know for myself, I get I get tired of just saying, seeing all these people asking for money and everything. You can't stop for everything. You can't. You just can't. So what do I do instead? What I do instead is I prepare for it, because just like an offering, by offering to the Lord, I don't just say, oh, here's my spare change. I just don't do that. I'm respectful of it. So what I have to do is I have to prepare myself. I have to be prepared and ready to give this all-important offering to the Lord when I see someone in need. This isn't just spare change I want to give to the Lord. I want to give to God my best. So to do that, I have to prepare for it. And then that way I'm ready when I do see the need. And I don't refuse God, but instead I help, I bless, I give. But it starts with me being ready. So, when you give to the hungry or thirsty or stranger or naked or sick in the prison, you are giving to God. But when you refuse to give, you're refusing to help God. That's how simple it sounds. This is not easy. That's why I want to equip you to be ready to say yes to the Lord. So now, I know you and I we see some people and we kind of wonder, if I give them money, they're just going to waste it. Their lives are not going to change. And I said before, the one side of it is, sure, that might be true, but the other side of it is, it's an offering to the Lord. Give to the Lord, no matter what. So almost no matter what the other person does, you still give to the Lord. Does that make sense? Now, there is a caution. The Bible does include a caution. The Bible says this in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. It says, and now, dear brothers and sisters, this is the Apostle Paul writing to the church in the city of Thessalonica. That's why it's called Thessalonians. And now, dear brothers and sisters, we give you this command in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Stay away from all believers who live idle lives and don't follow the tradition they receive from us. For you know that you ought to imitate us. We were not idle when we were with you. We never accepted food from anyone without paying for it. We worked hard and day and night, so we would not be a burden to any of you. We certainly had the right to ask you to feed us, but we wanted to give you an example to follow. Even while we were with you, we gave you this command. Those unwilling to work will not get to eat. Okay. Makes sense, huh? It kind of feels good, doesn't it? I just want to give money away, and then you go and blow it? No, if you're willing to work, then hey, yeah, I'm going to work with you. That makes sense, right? And I say, yes, it does. We just have to remember who we're talking about. And who are we talking about? Believers. We're talking about other believers. People who have already been redeemed by Christ, who have given themselves over the transformational power of the Holy Spirit, who really do know better, who have been set free of bondage. This is who they are. So this is what we're looking at. Yeah, if a believer comes up, asks, and says, hey, I need help. Awesome. That's great. Let's help them. But then they go, you know what? And they can work, but they go, but, because you're feeding me, I ain't going to work. Well, guess what, dude? I ain't going to give you money anymore. Right? I mean, doesn't that just feel right? This just feels right, doesn't it? At the same time, you have to remember, and this is what Paul says, but yet never tired of doing good. The verse 11, yet we hear that some of you are living idle lives, refusing to work and meddling in other people's business. No, you're just wasting time. Verse 12, we command such people and urge them in the name of Lord Jesus Christ to settle down and work to earn their own living. As for the rest of you, dear brothers and sisters, never get tired of doing good. So even though there's these bad apples, these people who refuse to work, fine. We don't have to help them. But the rest of us, keep doing good. Keep giving that offering to the Lord. Keep giving to the Lord. Keep helping the poor, the needy, those who are sick, those who are hungry, those who are homeless. Keep helping those who are needy. Because when you do that, you're giving to the Lord. Like, never tire of it. Is this making sense? So this is what we learned today. When we give to the Lord, these are some of the things. When you give to the needy, you're giving to God. You got that? Makes sense, right? Okay, next thing. Treat your giving to the needy as an offering to God. That's very important. It's an offering to the Lord. Number 3, never grow tired of giving to God. That is, never grow tired of doing good. Right? Let's just keep going. Because this is the right thing to do. Because every time you do it, you're giving an offering to the Lord. This is pretty cool. And every time you do good, every time you give a report, you're actually giving to God. All wonderful reasons to keep going and keep giving. And yet, and this is just the only caveat, if a believer in our church refuses to work, then urge them to go work and make a living. You go and make your own, go buy your own food. Okay. Any questions? Come on. Pastor Kevin, what about? Any questions? Wow. Hey, we're all in this. So like I said, what we're going to do today, we're going to assemble care kits for the homeless. Now, what do you think we should keep in mind as we do this? Giving to God. Right? Not only that, but you're preparing. What you are preparing, literally, what you're preparing is what? An offering. This is holy, what you're preparing. It just looks like normal stuff, doesn't it? But God says, no, that's holy. What's the other thing then? Never grow tired of doing good. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep a bunch of these in inventory here as well. I want you to take one, but then we're going to keep a bunch in inventory here so that as you give one out, you come back, you go next week, go, hey, I need another one, get another one. So we don't want to get tired ever of doing good. Okay? So we're always going to have these available. And then we're going to take a bunch and give them away to homeless shelter. So that's what we're doing today. And if it so happens that I discover that one of you in our midst is not working because you cannot refuse to work, well, then I don't know. I guess maybe you can't eat the birthday cake we're eating.
Symbol of work.
You know, honestly, we're going to be pretty easy on that because we just don't know until we know what the real situation is. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell when you walk by someone on the street corner and you just see them. It's hard to know exactly what's going on, right? It takes time. That's why we want to bring people into our church family. We get to know them. We kind of help them work through their circumstance, whatever it is. And if through all that we discover, no, they just refuse to work because they only want to get free handouts, then yeah, I think then we'll have to have a talk. We'll send Mark to talk. Okay. Any questions about what we covered? No? So, memory verse. Let's say it together. Seek the Lord while you can find him. Call on him now while he is near. Stand with me.